G'day guys, Daniel from CrossFit for Fitness here. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 different training styles that can help you with sustained fat loss over a period of time. So today we're going to be focusing on, I've got a bit of a board here, we're going to be focusing on 3 different types, as I said, long slow distance cardio, strength training and high intensity cardio or HIIT training basically. So to start off with guys, we've got the fat loss here over the period of time, that what will happen over the effects with these training styles, and then we've got the time of how long it will take basically. So 1 to 4 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks and 8 to 12 weeks, and in that time how things actually change with these effects of, on the effects of these training styles. So to start off with guys, we're going to talk to you a bit about cardio, okay, long slow distance cardio, so things like, you know, going for long walks or running and those sorts of things, running on the treadmill. You know, you can spend hours and hours and hours of doing that sort of stuff, you know, but to begin with, you might find the first 1 to 4 weeks, guys, here, you're going to get an immediate response because you're putting that stress on the body that you probably never had before, and it will give you a result. So what happens is typically in the first 1 to 4 weeks, if you're not adding progressive overload to it, you will hit a plateau, okay? So in time, what will happen is the fat loss will stop actually happening in that time because you're not continuing to add resistance to the actual style of training. So in time, what happens is, guys, the plateau just keeps going and we have no results at the end of the 8 weeks, or 8 to 12 weeks, okay, without adding extra progressive overload in there. So what happens is in that time, guys, you get frustrated, you lose motivation, you pretty much will quit, and you're back to, you know, eating chips on the couch again. So nothing wrong with this sort of style of training, guys, to add it in, right? It's really good for recovery, really good to just go out for walks outside, not bagging at all, but to sustain fat loss, then you really want to be focusing on strength training, which is the next style of training that we're going to be talking about. So strength training, guys, what we're going to start up, when you do start strength training, as long as you're adding progressive overload, so you're adding weight each week and you're changing your training exercises and volume every single 4 weeks, you're going to continue to get results. And that's what progressive overload is, guys. So to start off with, guys, we get a big spike of results, of fat loss to start off with. And after the first 1 to 4 weeks, we hit a bit of a plateau. So that's when we need to change up the rep scheme, the exercises, and just to break that plateau up. And when that actually happens, guys, we get another spike in results, okay? So when those spike of results actually start to plateau again, we want to break up those repetitions again, change the exercises up so the body gets those stresses that it needs. It needs to have stresses all the time to actual change, okay? So, and we continue to get fat loss results all the way through by keep changing them on over and over and over and over. So the next style of training, guys, is high intensity cardio or HIIT training. Now, one thing you can do with HIIT training, like, guys, it's high intensity, so it's moving constantly over a certain period of time, using functional movements, changing up your exercises, mixing it up with interval training, so 1 for 1 training, 1 for 2 training, all that sort of stuff is really important. It can get you really good results instead of, you know, just doing this long, slow distance cardio. So what happens is, guys, with this is the key to do it is obviously to change your exercises up. So you can be doing the same exercises over and over and over. That's fine as long as it's changed up in different rep schemes and different time schemes. So what you can focus on, guys, is different times. So like, for instance, Monday, you might want to start with focusing on something that starts with 8 to 12 minutes. And when you, and you're working your fitness within that time domain. So it changes up every single Monday. So 8 minutes one Monday and then 10 minutes the next Monday, depending on what you're doing, right? So Wednesday, you might want to focus on something that's 15 to 20 minutes. So you're focusing on that 15 to 20 minutes time domain. And then maybe Friday, you want to focus on something a bit longer. So you've got you've got your short piece, right? On Monday, you've got your medium piece, like 12 to 15, and then you've got your long piece, which is on Friday, so like, you know, it's roughly like 20 to 30 minutes. So you're constantly working different time domains and different stimuluses. So that will obviously have an effect on your weights and how many reps you can do in a certain amount of time, and also your intensity as far as how fast you want to actually do the actual exercises. So what really has a fantastic effect on increased fat results over a long period of time is combining the strength training with the high intensity cardio. Okay, so that's really, really important. So they both give you big bang for your buck with the fat loss side of things, and you're combining the two together. So when you do that, guys, the biggest thing that actually happens with your strength training, or what strength training does to your cardio, is it increases intensity. So as you get stronger, okay, you can actually increase the resistance, okay, of the weight, and that increases the intensity over time. So you can actually continue to break those plateaus. I hope that helps, guys. If you have any questions, please post below. Share this video if you think it's anything useful. And yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.